Change follows the passing of time, causing cities to evolve and people, businesses, and community culture to fade into the past, becoming lost but not forgotten. Join us for the Cokato Museum's first episode of Lost Cokato as we remember Cokato's roller rinks. Cokato's first roller rink opened May 18, 1939, under the management of Peterson and Havener of Albert Lee. The rink was located on Ernest Munson's property west of the Wright County Bottling Works Company. The rink was 50 feet by 120 and under a large tent. In 1948, Ernest and Kenneth Munson replaced Cokato's first roller rink by building a 50 by 140-foot oak-floored roller skating rink. The building was located on the far east side of Highway 12 in Cokato. Initially, the rink was open air and had 4-foot retainer walls around the floor. Then they added a wooden Quonset hut structure over it, with removable awnings that could be opened in the summertime to let the air in. The dome-like structure likely influenced the rink's name, the Roller Dome. Susie Keski of Cokato fondly remembers the Roller Dome.
One of my best memories is of the roller dome down on Highway 12. We lived kind of up the hill to the north, about 3 blocks away. And when I was in grade school, I remember those nice summer nights when the music would just float up the hill from the roller dome, and you could sit in your yard and just be serenaded at night by the organ music that came from there. The other people who had cars really would like that because they would go down and park along the sides of the roller dome and sit there and listen to the music, because at that time the whole sides on both sides were open, and you could just sit there and watch the people skate and listen to the music. May Hartman played the best organ music all night long.
The Roller Dome was open mostly on the weekends, with Sunday afternoons reserved for younger kids. Grady Erickson remembers going there as a young child.
Before I went to the roller rink, I went to the Roller Dome in Cokato, and I was probably 6, maybe. It was a lot different when I got older. It was more fun.
Gordy's older sister, Barb Erickson McLeod, also remembers going to the Roller Dome on Sundays.
Nice music to swing and sway with your roller skates, and you went around and around and around. It was fun. They had ladies' choice, and then they would have the guys' choice, and then they'd turn the lights down and have moonlight skates. This was seriously the middle of Sunday afternoon, but we just had a ball.
Yeah, there were some people that were really good, and those people that were really good, they would always go gather to the center where there was nobody skating, and then they could do whatever tricks they individually wanted, and if they fell down, then they didn't fall down in front of the other skaters. I remember later my brother-in-law, Melvin Keski, Earl Keski, Russell Morris, those guys were in an upper bracket from me, and they were basically the fancy skaters and the ones that were there all the time. They were the ones that owned their own skates, had their own suitcase for their skates, and stored them at the rink. So that was very handy for those people, and a lot of kids did that.
To the people in Cokato that went, the Roller Dome was good, clean fun. It was a place where kids could go in a safe environment. The owners rarely had to enforce any discipline. Admission was $1 plus $1 for skate rental, but most kids, especially regulars, had their own skates. After a fire, the Roller Dome was rebuilt on the same site. Later, a series of owners tried to keep the rink open. Unfortunately, around 1960 or so, the Rollerdrome closed its doors forever, and the Rollerdrome became lost, but not forgotten. Stay tuned next week for the second part of our Lost Cokato series on the Lakeside Roller Rink. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel.